This is the AEW Dynamite September 24, 2025 full show results video, which takes place at Pittsburgh's Peterson Events Center. Backstage, Hangman Adam Page praises Kyle Fletcher's tough challenge, vowing to watch his growth. Standing firm as world champion, he declares himself a fighting champion, calling for the best Pittsburgh has to offer, Lee Moriarty, whom he faces tonight. Then we saw a match between Brodido versus Gates of Agony for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Ricochet joined commentary as Bandido and Liona opened the AEW World Tag Team title clash. After chaos broke out, Bandido rallied with chops, dropkicks, and a stunning military press, slamming count into Liona. The action escalated with a double powerbomb from King and Bandido, Brody battering Liona outside, and Ricochet's attempted interference cut short by referee Aubrey Edwards. Near falls piled up, with King breaking a crucial double-team pin just in time. In the climax, Bandido hit the 21-plex on Bishop Count, securing the pinfall as Brodido retained the AEW Tag Team Championships. Backstage, Alicia Atout interviews the Conglomeration. Mark Briscoe hypes their fight in Pittsburgh, promising to take on Don Callis' heavy hitters. Teasing the identity of their third man, he insists it's a mystery partner and refuses to reveal details, joking about his many friends and needing shades for a bright future. As they exit, Kyle O'Reilly humorously thanks Jane before correcting himself and properly thanking Alicia. Back from commercial, Renee Paquette interviews Kris Statlander. With Harley Cameron hyping her up, Kris admits she's sore but eager to face Mina Shirakawa, promising an unforgettable match. She stresses someone has to be Mina's first opponent. When asked about Death Riders, Kris gives Renee a sharp glare as Harley playfully boasts about celebrating in Statlander's arms after victory. Then we saw a match between Hangman Adam Page versus Lee Moriarty for the AEW Men's World Championship. Hangman Adam Page and Lee Moriarty opened with slick mat wrestling, trading holds, counters, and escapes in a competitive technical exchange. Page fought through the pain, answering with a fallaway slam, kip up, and Death Valley driver, but Moriarty kept slipping out of the Deadeye. After another reversal, Moriarty nearly stole the win, but Hangman leveled him with a vicious lariat. Finally, Page landed Deadeye clean, scoring the decisive pinfall to retain the AEW Men's World Championship. After All Out, Renee Paquette seeks comments from Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Copeland admits he can't keep letting Cage's actions affect his family and considers leaving. Christian coldly claims he has no family, urging Adam to focus on his own. Copeland insists he does, shaking Christian's hand. Back from commercial, Tony Schiavone introduces FTR in the ring. Cash Wheeler takes the mic, blaming Adam Copeland for dragging his family into the feud, saying Copeland might as well have dropped Beth Phoenix on her head himself. Stokely Hathaway follows, sarcastically forgiving Beth and joking about their church talk, claiming he only ran to introduce himself before being speared. He insists it didn't hurt and that FTR needed Beth's interference because they're the greatest team ever. Dax Harwood adds he won't apologize for injuring Copeland or Christian, but claims he'd never intentionally hurt Beth. He blames the incident on confusion and insists he'd never put his hands on a woman, using that term loosely. Willow Nightingale interrupts, mocking their apology. She praises Beth as her inspiration, crediting women like her for motivating her career and resilience after injury. Willow declares women like Beth won't take disrespect from men like FTR. When Hathaway dismisses her, she slaps him hard. As tensions rise, Jet Speed hit the ring to back Willow, driving FTR out while pulling Hathaway to safety before further damage. Fallout footage shows a drained Maxwell Jacob Friedman reflecting on his struggles. Once the biggest star, he says Adam Cole broke his ankle and heart, and losing at World's End took his title in confidence. Surrounded by tacks, he vows to step away until he's more dangerous than ever, determined to surpass Swerve, Hangman, and Ospreay like before. Pulling out a tack, he declares he's chewed up doubt and spit it out, promising his return will be on his own terms, stronger, hungrier, and ready to dominate wrestling again. Don Callis and his family make their entrance, with Callis bragging about his painting skills and showcasing past works. He hypes his latest masterpiece, claiming it took 6 days and nights to create and rivals Picasso. As the massive artwork is unveiled, the curtain drops to reveal Orange Cassidy inside the frame, triggering Where Is My Mind to play. Then we saw a match between Conglomeration versus Don Callis' family. The Conglomeration rotated tags, wearing down Hechicero until he regained control with powerful suplexes. After the break, the match broke down into non-stop action. Okada battled Cassidy, Takeshita ran interference, and the bout turned into a wild sequence of big moves. In the final moments, Cassidy landed an orange punch, setting up Hologram to hit the portal bomb on Hechicero. The Conglomeration secured the victory by pinfall. Post-match, Kyle Fletcher addresses Pittsburgh, declaring the arrival of the Protostar and acknowledging Orange Cassidy while dismissing Mark Briscoe. Fletcher eyes opportunity in the ring, targeting Hologram, who holds AEW's longest undefeated streak at 34-0. He claims Hologram's streak exists only because they've never faced each other and challenges him to a high-stakes match. Fletcher demands next week, on Dynamite's 6-year anniversary, a title versus streak showdown, promising that when he ends Hologram's streak, fans will chant his full name in recognition. Backstage, Renee Paquette interviews Mina Shirakawa. Shirakawa admits concern over not hearing from Toni Storm since Saturday, but vows to give her all against Kris Statlander. She emphasizes that she's fighting not just for herself but also for Toni, aiming to capture the AEW Women's World Championship tonight. The next match happened between Claudio Castagnoli versus Powerhouse Will Hobbs. They trade uppercuts, forearms, and body blows, with Hobbs slamming Claudio repeatedly before Castagnoli gains control with a side headlock and a series of slams into the barricade and crowd. After the commercial, the action continues with high-impact moves, including stinger splashes, a superplex, and a snap-scoop powerslam, leaving both men exhausted. Hobbs fights back with lariats and body slams, but Castagnoli counters and maintains momentum. Pac runs interference briefly, but Castagnoli capitalizes, hitting a small package for the decisive pinfall, securing the victory in a physically punishing match. Post-match chaos erupts as Samoa Joe chases off Pac, and Powerhouse Hobbs sends Claudio Castagnoli flying with a lariat. Wheeler, Yuta, and Daniel Garcia swarm Hobbs, overwhelming Joe. Suddenly, Hangman Adam Page rushes in with the title belt, clearing the ring with a low bridge, a boot, and a lariat, forcing their retreat. Back from commercial, Excalibur announces Tony Khan's big reveal. Khan celebrates AEW's strong 2025 in the women's division, unveiling the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. He hands it to Renee Paquette at ringside, who showcases the new belts and builds excitement, leading into the main event, tonight's AEW Women's World Championship match. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Kris Statlander versus Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's World Championship. The match opened with technical exchanges, counters, and aerial maneuvers, with Shirakawa targeting Statlander's knee and taking her ringside. After the break, Statlander fought back with charging strikes and power moves, narrowly avoiding several near falls from Shirakawa. Both women traded big moves, figure 4 leg locks, super kicks, and rolling elbows, but Statlander ultimately overcame her challenger. Despite Shirakawa's resilience and multiple counters, Statlander capitalized with a seatbelt pin to secure the victory. She retains the AEW Women's World Championship, showcasing her toughness and ring IQ in a thrilling, evenly matched main event. Post-match chaos erupts as Wheeler Yuta and Harley Cameron congratulate Kris Statlander, but she reacts coldly, lariating Wheeler in frustration. Surrounded by the rest of the Death Riders, Statlander ducks Marina Shaffer and confronts Jon Moxley with a bird gesture before escaping through the crowd with Harley. Suddenly, Darby Allin appears with a flamethrower, forcing the Death Riders back. He confronts Moxley, questioning when he'll learn he's not finished, and issues a bold challenge, an I Quit match at WrestleDream. The segment highlights rising tensions, Statlander's defiance, and Allin's dangerous, unpredictable presence, setting the stage for high-stakes confrontations in upcoming AEW storylines. How would you rate this week's AEW Dynamite show? Tell me in the comments, and thanks for watching.